You have been told that to be a good person, you must feel another's pain. That empathy is the highest virtue. This is a noble lie that is making you weak. Today, I will show you how to trade this fragile empathy for a superior tool. In this briefing, you will learn the 3 Stoic pillars of surgical understanding, a system to help others with absolute clarity without becoming a casualty of their chaos. You are a good person. You have a big heart. When you see someone you care about in pain, you feel it with them. Their anxiety becomes your anxiety. Their anger becomes your anger. Their sadness becomes your sadness. You believe this is what it means to be a good friend, a good partner, a good human being. You are an emotional sponge, absorbing the toxic runoff of the world in the name of compassion. But look at the cost. You are constantly exhausted. You are emotionally volatile. Your mood hijacked by the crises of those around you. You are so busy carrying the emotional weight of others that you have no strength left to carry your own. And here is the cruelest irony. Your empathy is not helping them. When you jump into the stormy water with a drowning person, you have not saved them. You have only created a second drowning person. You have added to the chaos. Your shared panic does not help them find the shore. The ancient Stoics, the ultimate masters of a calm and effective mind, knew a hard and difficult truth. Empathy, the act of feeling another's emotion, is a dangerous trap. It is a form of self-indulgence that feels like a virtue. The Stoic does not practice empathy. They practice something far more powerful and far more difficult. They practice sympathy in its original Greek meaning, a rational, detached understanding of another's situation without becoming infected by their emotions. It is the difference between a doctor who cries with his patient and a doctor who, with a calm mind and a steady hand, performs the life-saving surgery. Today, you will stop being the fellow patient. You will begin your training as the surgeon. Empathy is a weapon, not a virtue. This addiction to feeling the feelings of others is a form of emotional codependency. It is rooted in a deep need to be seen as the caring one. To break this addiction, we must see its flawed logic. It is built on 3 great crumbling pillars. They are the lies that keep you drowning with others instead of helping them to shore. We will now demolish them. Emotion is not information. The first pillar is the great lie that by feeling what someone else feels, you understand them better. You believe that your empathy is a form of deep listening, a way to truly connect with their experience. This is a dangerous illusion. Another person's emotion is a raw, chaotic, and often unreliable signal. It is the symptom, not the disease. To simply mirror that emotion is to get lost in the noise. It is like a doctor who, upon seeing a patient with a fever, decides the best way to help is to give himself a fever too. It is a useless and self-destructive act. The Stoic is a master diagnostician of the soul. They are not interested in the fever. They are interested in the cause of the fever. They practice a form of calm, rational detachment. They listen to the person's story, but they listen not with their heart, but with their reason. They are not trying to feel the patient's pain. They are trying to understand the structure of the problem. Let's make this real. Your friend comes to you, full of anger and panic about a problem at work. The empathetic response is to also become angry and panicked. That's terrible. How could they do that to you? We have to do something. Now there are two panicked people. The chaos has doubled. No solution has been found. The Stoic surgeon's response is different. They remain calm. They are an anchor of peace in the other person's storm. They listen to the emotional story, but they listen for the facts hidden beneath the emotions. And then they ask clear, simple, diagnostic questions. What is the specific outcome you are afraid of? What are the variables in this situation that you can actually control? What is the most logical, strategic next step? Be absent-minded in the presence of others. A modern interpretation of a Stoic principle. This does not mean to be rude or to not listen. It means to be absent from their emotional storm, so you can be fully present with their rational problem. You cannot perform surgery if your hands are shaking with the same fear as the patient. Your calm is the most valuable gift you can offer them. It is the sterile, stable environment in which a real solution can be found. This is your first mission. The next time a friend comes to you with an emotional problem, you will practice being the surgeon, not the patient. You will forbid yourself from using emotional words like "that's so awful" or "I'm so angry for you." Instead, you will use calm, diagnostic language. You will say this one simple, powerful phrase. Tell me the facts. Let's look at the problem. You are shifting the conversation from a shared emotional bath to a collaborative strategic session. Compassion is action, not feeling. The second pillar of this prison is the lie that the proof of your compassion is the depth of your feeling. You believe that to be a good person, you must feel a great weight of sadness for the suffering in the world. You must feel anger at injustice. You must feel anxiety about the future. You believe your emotional turmoil is a sign of your moral character. The Stoics would call this self-indulgence. It is a form of psychological theater where you are the star of your own tragic play. You feel a great deal, but you accomplish very little. Your emotional pain does not help the person who is actually suffering. It is a useless byproduct. It is a waste of energy. True compassion, Stoic compassion, is not a feeling. It is an action. It is a calm, rational, and effective response to a problem. It is about doing what is useful, not about feeling what is righteous. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one, Marcus Aurelius. We can adapt this. Waste no more time feeling like a good man. Be one. When a disaster happens on the other side of the world, The empathetic person will post on social media about how heartbroken they are. They get the social reward of being seen as a caring person. The Stoic asks a different question. What is the most effective, useful action I can take from here? Perhaps it is to donate money to a reputable charity. Perhaps it is to volunteer. Or perhaps the most honest answer is nothing. And so they save their energy for a battle they can actually influence. The surgeon who feels the intense pain of every patient she operates on will quickly burn out and become useless. The effective surgeon feels a deep, rational commitment to the well-being of her patient, and she channels that commitment not into feeling their pain, but into the cold, hard, disciplined skill of her work. She knows that a steady hand is more compassionate than a weeping eye. Your feelings of sadness do not feed the hungry. Your feelings of anger do not stop a war. They are, in most cases, a form of self-centered emotional performance. The real question is not, how much do I feel? The real question is, what can I do? And if the answer is nothing, then the most compassionate act is to preserve your own peace so you can be strong for the battles that are yours to fight. This is your second mission. You will perform action audit on your compassion. The next time you feel a strong wave of empathy or outrage about a problem you see in the world, you will pause. You will ask yourself one brutally honest question. Is there a single effective action I can take right now to help solve this? If the answer is yes, do it. If the answer is no, you will consciously let the feeling go and redirect your attention to a problem you can solve in your own life right now. You can't save him. The third and final pillar is the most difficult and the most important. It is the lie that your job is to save people from their own pain. This is the savior complex. It is the arrogant belief that you know what is best for another person and that you have the power to rescue them from their own choices and their own struggles. Choose to be a god or a guide. The god tries to control the story of another. The guide simply points the way. If you are ready to let go of the burden of being a god, then make a choice. Acknowledge your new, limited, and far more powerful role. Go to the comments and make a simple declaration. Write, I am the guide. This is your commitment to respect the autonomy of others. Now, let us learn what this truly means. To try and save someone from their own struggle is not an act of kindness. It is an act of profound disrespect. You are stealing their curriculum. You are robbing them of the very experiences that are necessary for their own growth. The pain of a bad decision is a teacher. The frustration of a difficult challenge is a forge. To rush in and remove these things is to keep the other person in a state of perpetual childhood. The truly compassionate and ruthlessly stoic act is to allow the people you love the dignity of their own struggle. You do not offer solutions they did not ask for. You do not try to fix their feelings. You do not try to carry their burden. You do something far more difficult and far more powerful. You offer them your calm, unshakable, non-anxious presence. You become the lighthouse in their storm. The greatest gift you can give another is the purity of your attention. Paraphrased from Richard Moss. You are not there to fix them. You are there to witness them. You are there to be a calm, solid presence that communicates one powerful, unspoken message. I am not afraid of your darkness. I am not afraid of your pain. And I have absolute, unwavering faith in your ability to find your own way through it. This is the ultimate gift. It is a gift of respect. It is a gift of belief. You are not treating them like a broken object. You are treating them like a sovereign being, the author of their own story. You are not the hero of their story. You are simply the wise old guide who appears on one page and says, "The path is hard, but you are strong enough to walk it." And then you step back and you let them walk. Now we move from the drowning sponge to the steady surgeon, from the feeling heart to the acting hand. 3 practical Stoic rituals to break your addiction to empathy and to forge the power of surgical understanding into your character. The question, not the answer. For the next week, you will forbid yourself from giving unsolicited advice. When a friend comes to you with a problem, you will not offer a solution. You will become a master of the powerful diagnostic question. You will ask things like, "That sounds difficult. What have you already tried?" Or, "What is the one part of this you can actually control?" Or, "What does your own best judgment tell you to do?" You are not giving them a fish. You are teaching them how to fish. The anchor of calm. The next time you are in the presence of someone who is in a state of emotional chaos, anger, panic, despair, your mission is to not join them. You will become a physical anchor of calm. You will consciously slow your own breathing. You will relax your own shoulders. You will speak in a lower, slower tone of voice. You are not telling them to calm down. You are showing them calm. Your own regulated nervous system will non-verbally communicate a sense of safety and stability that no words ever could. The compassion audit. At the end of each day, you will review your helpful actions. You will ask yourself one brutally honest question. Was my help an act of empowerment, or was it an act of control? Did I give advice to genuinely help, or to feel superior? Did I listen to understand, or to find a moment to insert my own solution? This audit will slowly, painfully, reveal the hidden ego in your helpfulness, and it will train you to move towards a purer, more effective form of compassion. You are not the world's savior. You are not a sponge for its sorrows. You are a surgeon, a guide, a lighthouse. Your purpose is not to feel the chaos of the world. Your purpose is to be a source of clarity in the midst of it. The romantic, childish idea that you must drown with others to prove you care was the prison. The adult, disciplined, and sometimes difficult choice to remain on the shore and to offer a steady light and a clear path is freedom. Let them have their storms. Let them have their struggles. Your job is not to stop the rain. Your job is to be the one unshakable thing that shows them the way home. The patient is on the table. The scalpel is in your hand. The question is, do you have the courage to be the surgeon? If you are ready to continue this training, to master the art of effective compassion, then subscribe to the Stoic Citadel. This is not a hospital for shared suffering. It is a surgical theater for the soul. Finally, go to the comments and declare your new, powerful, and precise identity. Write, I am the surgeon. Your training continues. You have learned to not absorb the chaos of others. Now, you must learn to not be a source of chaos yourself. Your next briefing is on the screen now. Click it to learn how to speak with a power that heals, not harms.